Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this late Wednesday night, 21st of October, 2015 here. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start off out at a TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Boston Bruins are still searching for their first win of the young 2015-16 season. They will take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And then the Flyers got on the board first at 9:20 in the first period on a Pierre-Edouard Belmari backhand shot with assist from Chris Benevetti and Ryan Wright. It was 1-0 favor of Philly for the Flyers here. But then 13:28, Brett Connolly gets his first goal of the season with a wrist shot with assist from Patrice Bergeron and Brad Marchand, tied at 1. But then 15:04, Sam Gagner gets a wrist shot goal assist from Scott Lawton and Luke Shen, 2-1 in favor of the Flyers here. And then 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the game in the first period, Patrice Bergeron power play goal with wrist shot assist from Laura Erickson and David Krejci, tied at 2. And then in the second period, Chris Kelly a shutout goal with a tipping goal assist from Laura Erickson and Zdeno Chara, and it was 3-2 in favor of the Bruins. And then 8:49, Jimmy Hayes wrist shot goal assist from David Krejci, and it was 4-2 Boston Bruins, and things look good for the Bruins. But then third period, 7:48, Claude Giroux gets a wrist shot goal assist from Jacob Voracek, and Mark Streeter was 4-3 Bruins. But then at 10:24. Wayne Simmons, a wrist shot goal assist from RJ Umberger and Mark Street, as it is tied at 4. And then in the overtime period here, Claude Giroux, a power play goal assist from Mark Street and Jacob Voracek as the Boston Bruins fall to 2-3-1 this season, but they get a point as they lose to the Philadelphia Flyers in overtime, 5-4. As next up for the Bruins, they'll be out at Long Island on Friday night for a date with the New York Islanders here. Well, you gotta protect the lead. I know it's still early, but the Bruins need to play puck management. They want to keep this lead like they blew against Philadelphia tonight, but they need to be better at the puck. You need to make sure you protect the lead, and still early. The wins will be coming toward the Bruins here. Okay, other scores around the NHL here on this late Wednesday night here. Edmonton Oilers leading the Detroit Red Wings 3-0 with 8:49 left in the second period here. For one period, Colorado Avalanche and the Carolina Hurricanes 0-0 tie, and Buffalo Sabres beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in a shootout 2-1 here. In Major League Baseball Playoff Scoreboard here, Toronto Blue Jays keep their season alive by defeating the Kansas City Royals 7-1 in Toronto as Game 6 will shift back to KC on Friday night. While the New York Mets leading the Chicago Cubs 8-1 in the bottom of the 8th, as the Mets are 6 outs away from going back to the Fall Classic for the first time since 2000 here. Okay, let us take a look at how the Norton teams did. The Norton Lancers boys soccer team are, for the first time since 2001, our league championship in the Tri-Valley League. The last time they won the league championship was when they were in the old South Shore League back in 2000 when they did it in dominating fashion as they beat the Ashland Cluckers in Ashland 6-0, while the Norton Lancers girls soccer team got a 1-0 win over the Ashland on an Ashland Irons goal, while the Norton Black Knights under-8 football team defeated the West Warwick Steelers 26-0 here, and the Norton Lancers volleyball team followed the Foxborough at Norton High School 3-1 here. The Wheaton Lions women's tennis team fall to the NUMAC quarterfinal tournament. Holyoke Lions 5-0 in East Hadley, Mass. Alright, one MLS scored report, and it's Colorado Rapids over the Sporting Kansas City 2-0 here. The Cleveland Cavaliers told Tristan Thompson that they agreed to a 5-year, $82 million deal, Agent Rich Paul told ESPN on Wednesday. We hear that is all the time as it relates to the pass rush in the NFL. Most of the time, that simply isn't true. UCLA will face California quarterback Jared Goff, a pro prospect coming off of his worst game in which Utah intercepted 5 of his passes. It was not so long ago that the Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs were kindred spirits in a way that no two franchises would briefly choose to be. Imagine for a second if you can. Then you are an independent contractor at a major corporation. You have your role, you have signed your contract as, and you know exactly what you do would be doing every day when you arrive at the office as Dustin Poirier's decision to withdraw from Dublin is the right run. On the verge of sending a dubious 72-year-old NHL record fearful that another lost season would run on all hopes for the team's long-suffering fan base of Columbus Blue Jackets act on Wednesday with a bold exposed movement as fiery John Churchill will be the new head coach of Department to reveal club's governance. NBA Commissioner Anderson Silva on Wednesday called for a federal regulation of daily fantasy operators that said his league will continue its partnership with FanDuel despite multiple investigations into industry trade practices and questions. Charlotte, North Carolina, LSU men's basketball coach Jenny Jordan said he was announced 5-star LSU freshman Antonio Blakely. What happened on the trip last summer that ended up in a sex worker cell all but alleged scandalous misconduct in Louisville. Kannapolis, there have been times in the last few years that Kurt Busch seems to be alone on an island fighting for respect that should come with being one of NASCAR's most talented drivers. Toronto, the transaction is tucked away neatly as Toronto general manager Alex Anthopoulos executive director catalog. In Greenberg, New York, but all of the noise that New York Knicks offseason moves under the media show where many were consequential up to the two men to decide what this team will be over the next few years, Carmelo Anthony and Phil Jackson. Philadelphia, 6 weeks after being Penn State in football for the first time in 74 years, and sending 6-0 for the first time in 41 years. The Temple Owls began the week with yet another unusual position ranking in the National Press poll for the first time. College football has limped into the midway point of the 2015 season as 7 weeks in and 7 weeks ago, and as part as Barkley had to be carted off the field. Rookie of the Year actor Thomas Ian Nichols hoping he can get the Cubs' return for the break. Gear Moscow, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova of Russia, acid second seeded. Lucy Servafora from the Kremlin Cup 6-1, 6-7, 2-6-3 from Wednesday, leaving the Czech player vulnerable to being left out of the season-ending WTA Finals. San Antonio, the San Antonio Spurs will waive guard Jimmy Fredette. The Spurs also waived Yusuf Nurdoy, Kiefer Sykes, and Deshaun Thomas on Wednesday. Vienna, Ernest Gilbert of Latvia upset a third seeded John Asser 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. The RC Bank opened on Wednesday to reach to the third quarterfinal of this season. And that is going to be it for Sports Roundup on this late. When's that? 21st of October 2015 pre-sale. Good night. See you tomorrow. Good night.